Hey, everyone. This is Andrew Hall. You may call me Dr. Kennard, and this is an impromptu stream. I don't know if anyone's going to be around. I linked, if you want to be on the panel, and if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, you can see the link to be on the panel, and you can join if you want to. It's the holiday, whatever holiday you want to call this, whatever the holiday is, then you can join. If you're a progressive, if you're a humanist, agnostic, atheist. Did I already say agnostic? I don't know. I'm thinking that this is so impromptu. I'm literally starting the stream in between courses. So I had some of the drink. I had a lot of the meal. And now for these 2 hours, I'm not having anything besides time with you in case you're not around anyone, in case that you want some company. You can definitely join me here and we can have some fun. We can have some laughs. We can talk the smart talk, right? We can smart the talk. We can smart the talk. That's what we can do. But in case no one's around for the next couple of minutes, if you're here, if you want to join us, then feel free to pop in. The basic rules of the stream is that if I know you, then I'll click you in. If someone who's already in the stream knows you, then they'll say, hey, this person's legitimate. Then you can come in too. I hope everyone's had a proper solstice. D Parks, how are you? What am I doing? I'm in between meals right now, D Parks. And what I decided is to do the stream because I saw no one from my particular my particular clique is doing a stream right now. I saw Rage was doing a stream earlier, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm just drinking and hanging out with the girlfriend and her folks on Zoom. And like I said, I didn't see anyone from my particular back alley of the internet around. So I'm doing pretty good, to tell you the truth. I am doing well. I'll go that far. I'm doing well. I had an interesting conversation with not my in-laws, right? But with my girlfriend's family. And, it's the old saying that you try not to talk about religion or politics with people who may not agree with you, but within the first 5 minutes, you end up talking about or making a comment about religion and politics, and that's what I did. And once I realized that I behaved myself, I decided I should tone it back down a bit and just talk about those not important things. So that's what I'm doing. I hope you're doing well. So like I said, I see 3 people are watching. That's great. I didn't see anyone else from my immediate tribe doing a show right now. I know that there are other people, other atheist YouTubers doing a show. Is Biscuit here with me? Yes, Biscuit is here with me. Biscuit is like kicking around. I don't know what you all got. Just what D Parks? Just doing some laundry. Oh, Alan, do I might feel bold enough to let Alan in and Pablito. And yeah, I have to tell you is that I'm efficient about getting rid of, kicking people out if, you happen to spam us. So we'll be a little just doing some laundry and playing with the cats. Good for you. All right, Alan, you got cats, Alan, so you seem to be pretty cool. Alan. All right, see how fast I am with kicking people off? I would have to say that in terms of getting rid of spammers, I have mad skills. I have mad skills in getting rid of people. And so with Alan there, sorry, Alan, got rid of you pretty fast. Before you could even pull your pants down. Wow. Your mom must have problems with you, Alan, that you don't even have time to like pull your pants down properly to show your junk when you go spam. Hey, Derek Cruz, how you doing? And now Pablito is off. So, well, hey, I'm back. I got kicked off. I kicked myself off. D says, let me see if I can get my laptop to work while we wait for others to show up. Well, this is the thing, right? If you wait for people to show up, then more than likely they will. Once again, I saw that no one else was streaming right now. I have some time off. I just talked to my mom, actually. I just talked to my mom and wished her, can I join Pablo? Yeah, you asked properly, Pablo. So we'll see if you're a spammer too. We'll see how this is. What's up, Pablito? Nope, gone. Gone, everyone. See how open I am when I've had a couple of drinks in me? Hey, Sean. Happy Christmas. Christmas Hanukkah. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I do not know how to pronounce that. Dr. Mordecai. Good evening. I think it's evening. Oh, no, it's still afternoon. Good evening, Dr. Mordecai. I hope you're doing okay. I've been doing okay. Thank you, alcohol. I've been doing okay. If you've been following me on the Twitters or on Facebook, you'll see a variety of different inappropriate jokes, and maybe even on this channel. I put up a quick little short earlier celebrating Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hansa. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what is. In 100 years or in 200 years from now, I hope to my fictitious God that there'll be some kind of name for this holiday that isn't toxic, right? That isn't toxic. What's up? Glad that you're here. That's what I am. I'm glad that you're here. So here's my thought, and tell me if I'm wrong, chat. That a lot of people who are of the faith will say that capitalism ruined Christianity. And I'll say this, if it wasn't for the gift-giving nature of this time of year, then Christmas would be something like a third-rate Easter, right? If it wasn't for capitalism, if it wasn't for the fact that the commercial industrial complex has wed itself to this time of year, Christmas wouldn't even be a serious holiday. So Christians should actually be thanking capitalism as against to saying that capitalism has ruined Christmas. Let's go, Brandon. Oh, that's something that stupid people say, Lillian. Well, that's something that people who don't understand, I don't even know. Let's go, Brandon, is something that Nazis, neo-fascists say. And let's face it, we've talked about this many times on this channel, and I love it when people bring back my talking points. That fascists are stupid, basically. You talk about old school fascists, new school fascists, neo-fascists, not very smart people. Or they've been dumbified by authoritarianism. And Dr. Mordecai, proper. Yay, Brandon. That's right. So many accomplishments. There's people, and this is the funny thing, right? Let's face it. A lot of people who shout out, let's go, Brandon, they would be in favor of a lot of Biden policies. They would be like, yeah, we should get out of Afghanistan. right? That's something that Donald J. Trump tried to do. Donald J. Trump tried to get us out of Afghanistan, was unable to do that. Who was able to do that? Joe Biden. Crazy cats. That's right, Cryptomaria. How you doing? I hope you're having a good Christmas. Or whatever this holiday is. I hope you whatever you're doing here. I hope you're having a good Christmas, or a good solstice. How did you get here? I don't know how I got here. Apparently, I got here because the cheesecake is right now warming up on the counter, and so I have some time in between the main meal and cheesecake. And if you haven't had cheesecake at room temperature, you haven't had cheesecake properly. Well, that's it. This is the reason why I'm live, because I have this time period and I saw no one else really streaming. And I thought, well, I might as well just do a game. I might as well just do like a show. I might as well just like go on and talk to intelligent people, because most of my people are pretty smart. D Parks, I see who you are.
Oh,
hey,
hello.
D Parks. How you doing?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Sweet. How's it going?
Remarkably well. I have not insulted anybody to the degree that they will not talk to me anymore. So this is positive.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas indeed. See, I don't even have a drink with me. I've already done a lot of what are you drinking?
Goldschlager.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, my boss gave me a nice big bottle for Christmas.
Mm. Oh, that is a proper bottle.
Yes.
That's a proper bottle.
You can see my lovely doing housework look here today.
Sure. Well, you can see that I am wearing my glorious hat. This is probably the last day I'm going to be able to wear this until next year. So I thought I would get as much mileage out of it as possible.
I think you should wear it all year.
Oh, my heart of hearts, I would say that it would be, yeah, it would be nice. Maybe I should just wear funny hats all the time.
Mm-hmm. And cat shirts.
And cat. Oh, look at that! I love
Cats
that.
giving tattoos.
Oh, that's perfect. So I'm really excited. I got a steady. Oh, Lee Spanner. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate your support.
Okay.
I am so horrible at the money aspect of this. I'm like, oh, well, thank you for doing this thing for me, but I just try to have as good a time and to try to have everyone else have a good time too. I got Biscuit a laser pointer, and the cat loves it. And the girlfriend got me a Steadicam. She got me a gimbal. And so now, if you haven't been able to put this in I'll be able to hold a Steadicam in one hand with my phone and record Biscuit while I play with Biscuit with the laser pointer with the other hand.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be magic. It's going to be magic.
I've got one that's trying to get up here.
Oh, yeah?
And get in our faces. I have two cats, so one is a crackhead and the other one is just so lovable. But the crackhead would love to get on stream right now.
Biden's, excuse me while I shout political things. The
Sure.
best thing that's happened to this country is, and I hate to say this, right? Joe Biden is going to be remembered amongst progressives, liberals, and Democrats like Jimmy Carter is. For those of us who remember Jimmy Carter back in the day, no one gave him any love. And now the man's a secular saint, to tell you the truth. I don't think Joe Biden is a Jimmy Carter, but I think he's going to be remembered in a positive way, especially when comparison to Bush the Elder, who is a war criminal, and Donald J. Trump, who's just a criminal, Joe Biden is going to be considered to be right below Jimmy Carter in terms of a secular saint. See, this is what it's about. We talk about cats, and then we attack fascists with one paw. We talk about cats, and on the other paw, we attack fascists. That's what happens here. Dee, it's good to see you on the stream. This is the first time you've been on the stream.
Yeah, normally I'm working all the time, and today just doing house stuff. So it's kind of nice. Kind of nice to say hi in real time.
Yeah, it's really good to see you.
Thank you. Yeah, they keep me working a lot. Keeps me out of trouble.
That's good. I was talking to my sister today. My sister, who's like my blood sister, right? My biological sister, half sister. I woke up to her messaging me, wishing me happy or Merry Christmas. And I'm like, dang, she beat me to it. She beat me to it. It's only because I slept in.
I think about everybody beat me to it today.
Oh, really?
Saturday is about the only day I get to sleep.
Do you have every Saturday off?
I usually get up Saturday morning and watch Brain Bug.
Oh, yeah, Brain
The
Bug.
Saturday live stream, and then get my day rolling.
I'm not as smart as Brain Bug, but I think that my only skill is that I understand how much smarter Brain Bug is than me. So it's like there's people who are smarter than me, and I can kind of understand how smart they are. And then there are people a bit beyond that, and I'm like, I don't even know.
Yeah, it's a good Saturday. Get some learning on. Maybe learn something new. See some weird critters.
Right.
Yeah.
So what time?
Yeah, go ahead.
How long does he stream?
Hour and a half.
That's a lot.
It's pretty long. Yeah, it's pretty long. And a lot of times I'll carry it around with me on my phone, and I can just keep doing things while listening and watching. Yeah. You don't see me sitting down a whole lot.
I find, and I agree with you on this, is that I find that I have to do something. I have to be doing something, or I'm sleeping, or I'm trying to sleep, or I'm, it's like I have to be active in some way.
Mm-hmm. There's just always something to do, and it's usually the job related, but it's just, because my kids, one's 21, the other's 17, so they don't need a whole lot of me time anymore. But it's just always something that's got to get done, and what are you going to do?
Yeah, I will say this: my kids are in a similar age group as yours. I have a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old, and on one hand, it's really nice that they don't need to see me all the time, but I'm still in the point that I'm really happy that they don't have to see me all the time. I'm like, it's so great that they're not 8 years old or 9 years old, and that I have to just pretend that I'm a well-functioning human being. That's what I'm happy about.
Yeah, once they could themselves and clothe themselves and go to the bathroom, it was like, yes. Yes.
It's awesome. So here's a good question from Danny D. Rock. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Haffy. Who do I follow on YouTube? I will say this. Probably not the people who you would expect me to view. I will watch the Tick channel, capital T, capital I, capital K. They're my World War II people, my person. I believe he's from the UK. I believe he's English. I'll watch Tick. Of course, I will watch The Rage. I'll watch the Tang channel. I just started watching, and this is like deep geek stuff. Patrick Boyle. He is a Dutch economist, and he's been doing these really. He's a really clever guy. He's a really smart guy, and he's an economist, and he talks about the Turkish economy and things like that. Things that no one wants to hear me talk about, to tell you the truth. So those are just some of the people. Who do you follow on YouTube, D?
Well, you. Um, Kyle Hill is one of my favorites. He does a lot of science stuff. A lot
He does good
of
work.
science. Yeah, really enjoy that. I enjoy a lot of the things like, y'all are gonna laugh, but I enjoy things like Yasko and Sam and Colby's channels. They do these haunted exploration stuff.
Oh,
It's
really?
just fun because every time they're freaking out over something, it's like, dude, that was clearly not a ghost. You know, I don't know why you're all excited, but it's just fun to watch their reactions. And, you know, somebody's obviously setting up some of those things. It's just fun to watch. So when I really want to just relax and just not think, a lot of times I just put on cartoons, honestly.
Cartoons.
But
Yeah.
love Brain Bug. Awesome. Love following that.
Yeah.
Anything I can learn something from, you know, TYT, obviously. I mean, everybody follows that or should. It's pretty far left, but hey, why not?
Yeah. The Young Turks. I mean, it's
Yeah.
important
David
to get.
Pakman, big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, big fan of David Pakman. Just stuff like that. You know, I'm either coming on to laugh or learn. It's one or the other.
I think that's probably one of the big problems from like the traditional Democrat side, right? The Democratic Party side is that they don't make enough people laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, there's a lot of comedians out there doing material, but is the Democratic Party really taking advantage of that? I don't know. I don't think they are.
Well, and right wing comedy just isn't. It's awful.
I tried watching who is it, Guffman or Guffield
Yeah.
on Fox News, and it's like, wow, you're just being mean.
Yeah,
You're
it was
just
bad.
you're just being mean. It's not being clever. You're not doing a lot of wordplay. It's always on the nose, and yeah, that's just being mean. And for those of you who don't know who that Guff guy is, I think he's on like what 10 o'clock Monday through Friday on Fox.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's a morning show, I think.
Yeah, it's just bad.
He's not funny. It's not funny.
And he's their funny guy too.
That should tell you something.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Mordecai, you're right, and he's also making bank. That is correct.
And that money, like at least half of that, should be going to your channel.
Well, I'm not going to say no to you, D Parks, whatsoever. But I talk to other content creators, and you do this because you love the thing that you do. It's like for any of us who've done comedy live, it's like I've done crappy open mics where there's like 2 people in the audience, and right now we have 10 people watching us right now, and that's by far better than the worst open mic that you can do. That is by far superior to like performing live on a Sunday night with a couple of townies. Yeah.
I was kind of surprised when I saw it pop up the notification that you're going live. I'm like, hey, what is he doing?
So this morning, so this is how my Christmas has been. Let me be honest. The girlfriend and I, we've had the windows cracked open, and we did share the same room, even though she did test positive for COVID. It's been it's been a number of days in, and I thought, well, at least we can spend time together in the same room. I'm at one end of the room, she's at the other end of the room, and she will Zoom with her parents in open presence. And what I discovered is that I'm off frame. I'm not on the camera at all. So the only thing I have to do is pay attention when she goes, "Oh, Andy, it's time for you to open a present." So that meant I got to drink. That means I got to drink too much, probably.
I was the driver last night, and today I'm not going anywhere. So today's drinking day.
Oh, good for you. I totally endorse that.
Yeah.
If today isn't
We had
drinking
to-
day, then I don't know, maybe
Yeah,
you're doing something.
we had to put everything off for our family. My side, not my children's father. That's where they are today. But
Oh, yeah.
my side, everything had to be postponed. My brother-in-law, he's out of the hospital, but he's not up for anything yet.
Hmm.
So we'll have our family Christmas in a couple weeks.
Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, he had a real bad staph infection, turned into pneumonia, both lungs.
That's
Sounds like
hard.
fun, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
So staph, that's a bacteria. I'm going to go back to my
Mhm.
basic, high school biology. That is a bacteria infection. Was it like a antibiotic resistant?
I'm not really sure what all is going on. They don't live here in the same town as I do, so I'm kind of getting everything filtered in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm quite surprised. My sister's a germaphobe, so I'm surprised anything got past her to get to me.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine. He's still kicking. He's still with us.
Good. That is positive. Scott Duke says, "I'm a COVID castaway. My son's family is recovering from COVID-19." There's a lot of people who are COVID castaways, Scott Duke. I'm one of them. I'm one of them. We did everything. I talked to my kids at 10 this morning. No, at 10:30. I called my mom at 10. I woke her butt up, and she's like, "Call me back later." And I'm like, "Okay, I could do that." But yeah, there's a lot of people out there who are COVID castaways this holiday season.
Mm.
Kids in the hall shot, hilarious.
Hi.
I hear a cat.
That's we call her Queen Bee, but her name is Bernice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I keep looking because they're both circling.
Here's my trick with Biscuit. When she's in the room with me, I'll take my socks off, and she likes to attack my toes. And then maybe I'll be able to get her on camera. Perhaps.
Here she is.
Oh, hey. Let's take a look at her.
Not happy.
Not happy.
Okay.
How old is she?
She is 5.
5.
5 years old. Little tortoiseshell kitty. She weighed less than 2 pounds when she came home. Somebody dumped her and her sister in a field, and I took them in.
Good for you.
My little girls.
Good for you. Yeah, you look at what people do to animals with cats, and you're like, wow, I don't know how you can live with yourself for doing that to a cat or a dog. I don't know.
And I was thinking about this the other day. I've only been owned by 4 cats in my life, and they've all been torties. I've only ever had tortoiseshells, and it's just kind of odd. I don't know how that's happened. Not intentional. They seem to follow me home.
Good. I had, before Biscuit, who's of course a tabby, I had a black cat, mostly black cat with some white. For those of you who know me back in the day, which means about 4 years ago at this point, um, Marilyn was a black and white cat. Oh, here comes Biscuit. She is nibbling at my toes, even as I'm speaking. So maybe I'll be able to get her up here. Maybe my toes do not smell like mice, Tesla Ranger. Uh, to ow, Danny. My favorite bands. I would say that being an old person, I've seen Tom Petty a variety of times, who performed with Bob Dylan. This is like way back in the day. But being a person who I am, I'm a big Rush fan. Neil Peart, rest in peace. I've seen Iron Maiden. Yeah, so but I do like my Vivaldi too, and my Yo-Yo Ma. That's that. Ow, and my Biscuit. You're like savage. Biscuit is trying to eat me, Sean.
Not even waiting till you're dead yet.
Not waiting. No. I'm trying to lure her up to the point that I can grab her, but she's too smart for me. Too smart for me.
And the other one is laying over there just waiting for her moment to pounce.
Oh, really, huh? They're smart like that, Dee. They're smart like that. So there's a movie theater. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say they got their Christmas tuna lunch. So they're happy right now.
That's good. I got Biscuit some treats. I got some. I forget what treats. It was in a bag, and I put it in her stocking this morning. Well, I put it in her stocking the other day. So for I'm gonna say my New Year's looks pretty busy because I think I'm gonna see my kids and do Christmas on New Year's, since they weren't able to come over today. And the Brattle Theater, movie theater down the street from us, they're doing a double feature of the Thin Man movie series. And so there's like the first movie of the Thin Man series, which is just called The Thin Man, I guess, and the second movie of the Thin Man. So we're going to be doing that on New Year's. At least that's our tentative plans right now.
Well, if I'd have really thought this through, I could have gotten my daughter's ring light and set it all up and just had it all beautiful.
It's all chaos. That's all the internet is, Dee. The only thing that the internet is just pure chaos. That's all.
She does, my youngest one does a lot of special effects makeup and posts a lot of that on TikTok, Instagram, and all that.
What's her handle?
On which one or both? I can give you both.
I'll take Instagram first because I'm more on Instagram than TikTok.
She is Rosie, Rosey, Fox. It's all one word. 72.
Rosey.
Fox 72.
72. Oh, okay. Here you go, Rosie Fox 72.
I think it's the same on TikTok. It's going to be something very similar on TikTok.
Sure. Okay, yeah. There's a family resemblance there.
A little bit.
Yeah, right.
That's my youngest one. Yeah.
Yep. Definitely a family resemblance.
Yeah, she's really into the more gory, more graphic, anything like that she can do for makeup. We have fake blood in the refrigerator right now.
I remember the first time I made fake blood, and I'm like, wow, this is a lot easier than I thought it would be. And probably my pinnacle of cinematography, of being a director and setting up a shot, would be when I had this old refrigerator that was probably from like 1943, maybe. And we were filming a horror short for the 48-hour film project. And we had a dry ice machine, which is just a fog machine. So we popped the refrigerator door open, and we had these cat. We had these entrails I got from a butcher, as well as the fog machine in the refrigerator. And you pop the door open, and the light and the fog and the entrails. It was beautiful. If you like the horror movies,
Yeah, that's her thing, which you can see all that on her
Good.
Insta. She's got a lot going on. But yeah, now she's been working on getting tendons right, so that when she does something like half your face is ripped off, it's anatomically correct underneath.
Yep.
So
I
it's
was
real fun to
talking
come home. I'll come home, throw open the door, and there she is, just looking like that. It's great.
Yes. My kid who's 16, my youngest, she is doing she's on the art track, I guess. And, she's doing the drawing and all that other stuff. And she is exploring the anatomy and the physiology about the tendons, the muscles, the joints, the bones. I think she's doing a decent job at it. I don't know. I took anatomy and physiology like maybe 20 years ago as a class, 25 years ago at this point.
I always tell her I'm too old for those jump scares.
Oh, yeah. I will, and I know I've said this I know I've talked about horror movies before, but probably the two best horror movies I've seen recently within the last couple of years, are both by Ari Aster. And was it Hereditary as well as Midsummer. And it's really about the horror of the characters and not knowing who people are around you, and the revelation that you never knew the person who you thought who was your mom, right? Not that this is about my issues, Dee. Not that this is about my issues. This is about the director's issues. But yeah, if you haven't seen Hereditary and Midsummer, it's definitely worth seeing.
I'll have to make a note. I haven't seen those two. I don't get a lot of extra time, so when I do, I make real good use of it. So we were supposed to go. I was going to take my daughters, and my one daughter's girlfriend was going to go with us to see Spider-Man tomorrow. But something's come up, and I think we have to postpone it. But that was the plan. And at that point, I know I'm just the chauffeur and the debit card, really. But I'll get to see Spider-Man, so I'm in.
That's good. I've heard really good things about that movie, as against to, let's say, the newest Matrix movie. I haven't heard good things. I mean, from trusted sources, from people who I trust. I haven't heard.
Yeah, those reviews haven't been good.
Yeah. And but the Spider-Man movie, and then I saw a preview for the newest, or for the forthcoming Doctor Strange movie. And I guess to fully understand the Doctor Strange movie, you have to see this newest Spider-Man movie. Then, yeah, I saw the trailer, and being a Doctor Strange fan, I know you're all surprised about that. Being a Doctor Strange fan, I was quite happy with
you could pull off that cosplay. You could pull it off.
Oh, I could.
With the whole facial hair. Yeah, totally.
I got the facial hair. I got it. For those of you who don't know me, I have a head of hair on my head, right? It isn't just like I'm not bald or anything. I have like follicles that are functional. So yeah, I could definitely. I think I could.
Yeah.
I'm not that Cumberbatch guy because he is an English god.
Who is?
Who is? Who is that guy?
Even he doesn't look like that. I mean, let's be honest.
Well, that's what you realize when you start looking at people like the first person that comes to mind is Tom Cruise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise is a really short dude. He is a really short dude, and you
Really
don't
short.
know that. You don't know that from watching the movies.
Yeah, that's the plan. I saw they just dropped the second trailer yesterday. I think it was for Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
It's either yesterday or this morning. They just dropped trailer number 2. So it should be good.
I think I saw the newest trailer this morning, or it was yesterday. And I'm going to go into deep geek territory here for those of you who are into Michael Moorcock and
Mm-hmm.
into that certain section of Doctor Strange comics from maybe the early aughts or late 90s. That yes, there is Ariok, Lord of Chaos, in the latest trailer of Doctor Strange. He is the old one. He is the tentacled creature with one eye that you see at
Mm-hmm.
the very end.
Little Elric fan.
Oh, I love Elric. Yeah, really. When I look at The Witcher, I get a see D. I'm now you got me
Mm-hmm.
triggered about The Witcher, right? It's like if it was not a knockoff, The Witcher
Yeah,
would just
love
be
it.
some thin, drug-addled, doing his best in the world character as against the Superman, basically, because that's it. He's Superman,
Well,
right?
yeah. Well, he's eye candy. It works for him.
Yeah,
That's why he's there.
that's it. Well, that's why he's popular. That's why the show's popular, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is
It
that
is. Yeah.
for
Have you
those of you
seen
who,
the? There's a channel that does the cat. They have a cat and they put it in every movie. Like there's a cat in Jurassic Park. There's a cat
oh,
in The
I
Witcher.
saw the cat
Yeah,
in the Jurassic Park.
they have a Witcher one. Mm-hmm.
Um, I, I will tell you this is that I've been trying to deal with my geek rage, right? And so when I see The Witcher, and it's obviously a knockoff
Mm-hmm.
of Elric and Mellowbone, up until the Chaos Magic, right? And,
Mm-hmm.
and all the other imagery, it's like I can just calm my tits down, Andy Hall. Just calm my tits down.
Just one.
It's like,
Just
and
calm the
then
one.
just calm the one because the other one I had to calm down, and I had a real issue with the Mandalorian when it first came out. I had a big
Oh,
issue with the Mandalorian because it was just a knockoff of Lone Wolf and Cub, the classic Japanese story of a lone Ronin with his son going through medieval Japan on a quest of vengeance. And this is the thing with us geeks is that when we see something that's obviously an homage to the original material, we get angry that it isn't the original material itself. And
mm-hmm.
and once again I have to calm I had to calm my tits down. I had to calm my tits down about the Mandalorian as well as The Witcher.
Yeah, there is the Yennefer stuff in the beginning. I enjoyed that, but then once she gets all gorgeous, it's just not as she's. I don't think she's as interesting of a character as when she
Yeah,
was a little more tortured. But that's I don't know. That's just how I took it,
sure.
and I still think Yennefer became Yennefer as a typo.
Interesting. Well, it's like the Bible, right? Something becomes a typo and then it becomes canon,
Mm-hmm.
right? Young girl becomes virgin, and guess what? There's a virgin birth there.
Yeah, I never bought that story.
Good for you.
I had a hard time with that one. Yeah, it's not how that works.
Andy's teats need emotional support. They probably do, Sean. They probably do.
You can grab yours on YouTube all you want and everything's fine. If I start doing that, there goes your channel.
Well, that's right. I will say that one of my only, besides whatever this is, whatever I'm doing, whatever we're doing right now, is that being able to get rid of porn spammers really fast. That would be one of my few skills that I have.
Did that guy really do that? That first one that tried to join your stream?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's funny, on Friday, which I guess was just yesterday, there was someone, Stanley222 or whatever his name was. He wanted to come on the stream on Friday. And I said, well, once we stop the stream, once we stop the show, we'll talk to you and see if you are like a people. And it turned out that the gentleman was just a dude who wanted to show us his junk in the bathtub. It's like, no, thank you. We do not need to see whatever that is.
Yeah, not today.
Yeah. But the thing is that he waited for at least 15 minutes until the show ended. Mm-hmm. Just to get the chance to show us his junk. And I'm like, wow, this guy is really dedicated.
Yeah. Maybe it was really impressive. I don't know.
Nope, not at all. He was just a doughy dude, right? He just was really into showing people his junk, whether it was live on the internet or just in the back room in a green room.
It's too bad it wasn't something really impressive then. I mean, that's a long time to wait.
He was dedicated. He was really dedicated to being frustrated, I guess.
Yeah, you got to take that energy and put it to something else. Be a proper supervillain.
I'm not here to tell people what they should do with their time, but perhaps, if they could just use their power for good, as against just to, that would be helpful. It would help.
Mm-hmm. All right. Keeping an eye out. I'm going to be pounced on, so I'm just little awareness over here.
Sure. I don't know where Biscuit is. I think she is somewhere in the room. The door is shut, so she has to be in here with me somewhere. So yeah, so she will be here at some point. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take a nap. I think I've done my drinking.
Yeah.
I'm letting my cheesecake kind of. And if you haven't had cheesecake at room temperature, then it's definitely worth.
Getting close to nap time, actually.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone who's shown up and contributed. Monday, doing the thing, right? We're doing the thing. Mm-hmm. And I dropped a new short about me drinking earlier today.
It's a good one.
So hey, we'll have some more fun on Monday, everyone. Yeah. Thanks, Steve, for showing up.
Yeah, thanks for letting me in. Appreciate it.
You're a trusted source. That's what you are. You're like.
I try not to be too much of a pain in the butt. So.
You are not. You are not. All right, everyone. I'm gonna hit the end broadcast button. So I'll see you on Monday.
Bye.